Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here, and we got ourselves a couple of good games for the day here. First off, I want to make a formal apology to the two boys who you are going to see today. I did actually overlook their replays there. I got a bunch submitted at once, and these two were overlooked, so they will be the ones that you will end up seeing today here. I just had to say, Tractor, we were going to look through that inbox one more time, verify all the replays have been done. And you got to remember, half the replays that I get sent into me, nobody renames them. So it's a little bit tough in that regards. It does make it hard to decipher, which ones I haven't done. I do rename myself mostly, but not all the time. But either way, I'm not too sure who the submitter this is. Like I say, when emails come in, I just get the name. So anybody could win this. I actually don't know. In the upper right-hand corner, it is the Red Terran. That is a BattleToad, one of my favorite games growing up. I will let you know that much. I did play it on Nintendo. Never ever owned a Nintendo, but I had friends who did. I enjoyed that game very, very much. In the Sega as well. I think I played it too. And lower left-hand corner, it is Bread. Bread is going to be played as our Blue Zurich. He's already going to start off by flying his overlords out. Both of them heading out in different directions in this well-anticipated gold medal game we have today. I haven't had a gold medal game in a very long time, so this will be the gold medal game to feed my need. Looks like BattleToad is scouting right down here. This is a new map, Yuansu, and he's already going to get very interesting. Planet Engineering Bay. Usually this leads me to believe we are going to see a little bit of a Planetary Fortress drop, possibly, or he's looking to put that into delay the expansion more than likely, because you probably wouldn't want to build the engineering bay at the other end of the map. So more than likely this will be to delay the expansion. It's used on Zerg very many times and is very handy, but at the same time he is getting a little bit of an early pool, so might not go overly well for him. It's not going to be a hatch first, which most people tend to do, so a little bit misjudgment by BattleToad by not scouting the base first, but either way we'll see how he deals with this here. He does have the standard wall off going off. Do have good old Bread's drone sitting in his base as well here. 58-34, the APM, not looking too bad. We'll send an SCV immediately after that drone there. And if we look down the other end, yes, it is a 3/4 of the way finish. So not even halfway, he's going almost all the way there. So leave it with lots of hit points to delay the expansion. At the same time, it doesn't look like he's getting cheesed in any way, shape, or form, as he's only got a couple dogs coming out here. So it won't be overly bad for him here. Won't get any sort of pressure early. And there's the Overlord getting himself into position. And like I said, this is Yuansu. It's always a cross-spawn map and a pretty neat-looking map. Kind of half and half as far as the texture goes, but identical and symmetrical at the same time. And there we go. We are going to put an expansion down. So very macro-heavy so far. Getting a very early expansion. Gets on that drone. Drone's trying to kill the worker off here. Don't think that's going to go overly well. We'll be very close. He says, nope, that's not going to happen. So he gets out of there. We do have the double gas going down. Still no... Oh, sorry, there's a barracks going up there. So it does have the barracks going down there. And now the engineer bay will be seen. He'll be like, oh shit, I cannot put a hatchery down here, so this isn't going to go overly well for me. And he will force them to bring the dogs out, and it'll take a little while to kill that. In the meantime, he is also getting double spine cars, so he's going really macro heavy too, already guarding the mineral line, putting a lot of minerals into a couple of those spine cars to make sure he is guarded, so he can kind of macro his way up to a couple, at least 2 or 3 bases, I would have to imagine. And he's going to stick a couple dogs and 1 drone going down there, and they're going to beat on that as much as they can. He's going to send the second drone down just to help it out. Oh, no, he is actually going to go expand. I actually recommend that. Probably a very smart move rather than wait for the engineer bay to go down. Why not just plan it at the third, which is very, very close to your base as well on this map. And if we take a look up here, he is also putting down an engineering bay at his own end here. So he really does want that engineering bay here. A little bit unique of a build, going barracks right into an engineering base. So looking at some early upgrades does appear. Also has the good old expansion up and running in full force. There's our other overlord scouting himself over there. And we're going to get a little bit of pressure now that he's done that. Kind of piss his opponent off. Or they're just looking to scout. But either way, they'll get over here and they won't have much pressure than the 1 Marine. So might be able to do a little bit of damage. Second Marine is coming out. Orbitals are coming out as well, so I do like to see that, and we are getting a planetary onto this baby, so if that gets down in time, which it probably will be well before the dogs can even attempt to kill it, so they do see the expansion right away. No, they're in no trouble. When they see that great big fat thing coming out of the top, they're probably shitting themselves, but maybe not. Oh, there they go. They're getting themselves out of there. Now they're going to try and get right into the main there. Do see a couple of Marines pulling everybody off the mineral line. Very interesting here. Not too sure if he's scared of the dogs or if it's a SCV transfer. Thank goodness it's an SCV transfer. I didn't have any doubt, my good man. You just can't prejudge anyone, so it could have been to attack. So there we go. Does get him over there. And the planetary up in full force now. Little dogs are just going to sit outside the base, keep the vision so they know exactly when their opponent moves out. And we are going to get the good old scouting barracks. Or might be looking to use the barracks as a wall off at the bottom. Who knows here. But he does have himself a second barracks going down. You did see the factory over there as well. And you do see the 3 hatch build at the other end here by Bread. And Bread, other than that, doesn't have any roach worn out as of yet. Just money off of 1 gas so far. Does have his queens on the map here, or at least a queen on the map. Another one on the go, 2 queens, so third one is on the go. And down the other end, perfect positioning of his overlord here, so we'll be able to keep an eye on the base, fly in and out as need be. And there's a bunker pretty close to the mineral, and I do like that wall. Very nice wall off, decent wall if not used very often, but this one is actually a pretty decent way to wall off your base. Unique. Some people may not say the most effective, but I do agree. I'm more happy with this wall than most wall offs here. Wouldn't mind seeing. Well, actually, no, that's pretty good there. I was going to say swap it around with the barracks, but you're actually better off there. That way you can defend a little bit more of the mineral line there. And do have a double gas going down there. So you're looking to get into a gas-heavy build, it appears, here with the 2 early gas and 2 more going down right away. Starport is coming down. They like to put the tech bay on there, so we'll probably get some tanks out, I would have to imagine, coming out of this factory at some point in time. In the meantime here, we will sit back and relax. Remember the Friday challenge. Fairly simple one this week. Basically, I had you be any race you want. All you got to do is build units that include gas. So basically no Marines, dogs, or Zealots. That's all there is to it. Do have the layer technology going down as well. You go dogs, Zealots, and Marines, I do believe, are the only units you can build without any form of gas, other than workers, of course, and queens. And down here, we is keeping a very good eye on the base. I do like the vision he's keeping there, and there we are going to continue to wall off this mineral line with supply depots and another bunker. So very well done with that wall off. Going to be looking at a fairly macro-heavy game, I would have to imagine. In the meantime, I will also let you know that it was actually named Heavy Macro Game, so that's probably a little bit to lead me in. Yeah, this funny thing is that this game was, I don't know if the map was actually named that. I can't remember, but I do know it was in the email. And I do believe that the map was named it. I just can't remember off the top of my head. We are getting a 3rd command center down as well, so really getting into that macro-heavy game here. Take a look at the units tab. You can see it does have one Viking. Viking probably used for scouting. Maybe pick up a few overlords. Putting down some turrets as well on his base. So very well done there. If we do take a look here, where is our Viking? He's building. Oh no, he's right there. So he's floating already. He is ready to move out at any point in time. Creep spread not looking too bad. Is laying down the creep tumor as best he can. In the meantime, he is still sticking. Just got the dogs on the map there. Now going right into a spire. So basically went straight to spire. So will be fairly interesting. Fairly common build. Gold League or lower tend to do it more often than not. I would have to say go right to a spire. Very nice build. It's one that I do too, but I also play silver, so there you go. Justifying it. And we are getting the Viking out. This is exactly what the Viking is going to be good for. Be able to chase down the overlords and possibly supply block his opponent. Yes, he did. 68 to 62. So very well done there. Does get a good old supply block off. Double gas going down. Finally getting some more gas for our Zerg player. Doubles already at the natural. And did get the other one up at the main as well here. So we are going to need that heavy gas to get all these mutas out, so it should be very interesting. Find a Viking all the way around the outside, make sure he gets at any overlord that may be scouting around his base, or anywhere on his side of the map, I guess. So turrets all over the base, which is very handy. Will prevent any scouting overlords from getting in there, as well as help with the mutas a little bit. There we go. The 3rd command center is going to work its way over there. He did manage to find himself an overseer with those turrets, and that's what they're good for. Bam! Knocked that baby down. Pretty near supply blocked one more time. So turrets do come in to play a good role in this game. Are getting the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th starport, so we might be looking to get into a battlecruiser build, or maybe a fairly heavy Viking or medevac. Either way, more than likely we probably will see a good old battlecruiser at some point in time, but I could be dead wrong, as I do not see any sort of I can't even remember what the hell that build is called there. 1 equal to a fleet beacon. God, trust me, it is late here tonight. Let me take a look. What is that building called there? It is the fusion core. There you go. A little bit of a brain fart. In the meantime, we are getting another hatchery down. So going into a 4th hatchery for the opponent. And a ton of overlords here just standing around here. I do recommend maybe moving them around the map, but he does know the Viking is out there, so maybe he does not want to do so. Does have a Raven on the map as well, so very well done. We'll give him some vision if need be. And we are also getting the building armor, so fairly unique upgrade you don't see all the time in the game. And a couple widow mines out there, so they'll be very handy. Just going to plant them down some unique locations on the outside of the base. So very well done there. And we do have a little bit of a MUA, and that is a shit ton of dogs. I will say that much here. If you want to count the dogs, we do have 78 of those babies going around. And this could create a lot of trouble for his opponent here. Look at those dogs in there. They're going to keep map control. Or he might even look to push in there and try and make a break. But of course, with that planetary down there, it's going to make it tough to get in there. I will say that, because it will take down at least 4 or 5 dogs at a time, I do believe, as it does massive damage, splash damage, especially on weak little units like dogs. And with those widow mines down, they can do a ton of damage as well. So we're just going to sit back and relax here. As you do see, he did hide this one a little bit further over there. Unloads everybody, starts planting down some more turrets, so very well done there. Still don't see any mutas on the field as of yet. He is saving up that gas best he can. He's up to about 900 gas. Take a look at the good old income tab. You see we're about 1900 to 1200, 700 to about 450, so not looking too bad there. And going back over to the Proto tab, upgrades coming out of our Yin Yang, and now the mutas are going to hit the field. Ravens are also going to be the choice here, so they're going to hit the field as well. Dogs are going to spread themselves out a little bit across the map here, or at least one or two heading around, checking out, seeing where all the expansions are. Did not manage to scout the one in the upper left-hand corner though as of yet, so that is still a little bit hidden for him. And will manage to go over there, take out the Viking. Does have a ton of mutas over there, so now his opponent realizes he is in the mutas. Would have liked to lead him into the Widow Mine, but either way, he knows they're coming up to the base, so he's going to try and position himself best he can. Has a lot of turrets down, going to put some more down as well, just to help out there. And turrets will massacre mutas, I will tell you that right now. So not the best engagement, so he doesn't have to back out right away. So very well done, my good man. Bread, you're playing a smart game so far here. Both these guys going to continue the macro up here, and it does look like we're just going heavy Raven, so it wasn't battle cruiser at all. We are going heavy Raven, heavy macro, heavy turret. We are going massive heavy units here. This is right on. We're going to get a lot of mutas at the other end here. Infestation pit, you can see, is going down as well. Upgrades pretty much for everything there. Ground armor, ground weapon, and his air weapon as well is getting an upgrade, is getting a second spire for upgrades as well. So very well done there. 24 mutas have hit the field, 7 ravens, 10 marines, and 5 widow mines on the other end for a good man BattleToad. And he does have a couple more barracks that are going to come down here, so probably going to get into a heavy marine marauder / raven type build. Is flying out his 2 command centers here. Never have too many command centers, I will tell you that much, my good man. So he will get those all flying out of that base and land them at some point in time. I would have to imagine even another command center. Holy, we're going planetaries. I don't know if this one's going to be used for planetary or if he's going to use it to expand somewhere. We will have to wait and find out. And there we go. He finally elected what he wants to do with these 2. They are loaded up with SCVs, so he's going to go. I don't know if he's looking to drop those in the planetaries into the other guy's base, which would be pretty sick. But we'll soon find out what he likes to do. Is flying them out with his good old Raven count, with the 3, 6, and 8 Ravens moving out with them. So very well done there. That's the entire Raven count. Still only has the 10 Marines and the 5 Widow Mines. It drops that 1 turret, says what the hell, I'll take out that 1 dog with the turret. Has another Widow Mine sitting over here. So probably looking to expand here with one of those, I would have to imagine. Or he might just be looking to fly all the way around the outside and drop them as planetaries. We'll soon find out here. No, it does look like he is going to land one. There we go. And we are going to get a little bit of movement of dogs here, or at least the mutas. Mutas they are, so mutas are going to get in there. Oh, can't quite pick off that Widow Mine. Widow Mine does get a shot off. A ton of damage, but they get a good shot off. Now he's in big trouble, so they don't have much protection for the Ravens. But he's still have to try and go for the special. Not. Oh, that was a nasty secret missile. I will say that. Big damage with that secret missile. Very well done, my good man. Bread does have to force the retreat out there, and he's going to start dropping his turrets down. Drop down the second command center. Not too sure what he's going to do with that one. Oh, he's just going to unload the good old SCVs, it looks like here. Brings the Ravens back over here, back down at the other end of the map. We take a look at his straight, basically straight muta / dog. Very interesting build going on over here. At the same time, both these guys with very good upgrades. 11 Ravens on the field now, and the dogs say it's my turn. So the dogs are going to end up moving out there. They're going to go all the way across the map. They're going to get in there. This Widow Mine's going to do some nasty damage. Oh, lose a few dogs with that Widow Mine there, but right into the planetary. Do not recommend, even if you can surround the planetary with dogs, do not recommend it because it doesn't usually go overly well for you unless you have a shit ton more dogs. And with all these turrets going down, they're going to do a ton of damage too. This is great big trouble. Not entirely sure why he's engaging with all these dogs. Maybe he wants to free up some supply. I have to imagine that's the only reason I can picture that happening here, as he melts most of his dogs down there. So not exactly the best engagement here, and they're going to try and go up in this base here. And then, oh, geez. Double planetary. That's really not going to work for him. So do not recommend engaging in this one, so I do hope he backs off right away. These Ravens are going to fly their way out. They're going to spot the dogs trying to kill that rock. And they'll just drop some turrets down there to take care of that. Should go overly well. Those turrets will melt those dogs fairly quickly and force him to retreat right out of there. In the meantime, he has still only got the 15 mutas on the field. Not very heavy on the gas count, so really needs to get that gas going a little bit better than what he is. Maybe expand a couple more times there. Or maybe he has a lot of mutas coming like that. There you go. Another 15 mutas hit the field. So that's where the gas went. So 30 mutas have hit the field. Mutas are sitting at 1-1 for upgrades. Dogs are sitting at 2-2. So very well done there. At the other end here, we do have 1 armor for his vehicles. We do have 0-0. So they actually didn't get any upgrades. Basically using the engineer bay to get out his... holy wow. More command centers. Engineer bay to get out his planetaries here. Oh, command centers everywhere. Wowzer, another factory's going to end up hitting the field. Is going to scout out with this 1 drone to try and expand right beside him. Risky son of a gun he is here. Wow. So going to drop down that hatchery right down the other end of the map here. Very good move here. He's expanding everywhere. There's another expansion there. But at the same time, his opponent owns 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. And 4 bases, about 15 command centers, I would have to imagine. Take a look at it here. We do have the 1 there. The 1 orbital down as well. Now I gotta be halfway to blank, so I'm missing all the other command centers in this tab up here. Slowly going across, there's the other 5 right there, so that's what I was looking for, 5 planetaries on the map. That is absolutely disgusting. There's a lot of planetaries sitting on this map here. And there we go, Ravens are going to make the way out, fly over to their good old friends. Relax over there, I would have to imagine, with a great big group of Ravens. 18 Ravens on the map, that is a massive amount of Ravens. They're going to scout this expansion quite easily, probably drop the turrets to get rid of that, or the cancel. And there's the cancel they were hoping for. And also get a drone kill at the same time. But opponent does realize that his opponent is mass Ravens now. Mass Ravens are tough to deal with, man. They got seekers, they got turrets, they got, what the hell do you call that floating one there? Point defense drones. So they got a lot they could actually do. So Ravens really do everything here. But in the meantime, he's actually going to push in this time. He's going to say forget, he's got enough muted count. He's going to get right to the back. He's going to start knocking down all these supply depots possibly right after this turret goes down. So this could be his chance here. He's knocked down all the turrets in this base on this side of the map anyways, on the right hand side of the base. Now he's going to go to work on all these supply depots on the command center at the same time. Not getting much good there other than delay a little bit of gas. More turrets are set to go down here. I have to imagine the Seeker's going to hit 2 here. There we go. Oh, wow, that was enough to scare him out of there. Surprising, actually. I'm surprised he didn't sit back there and try and supply box his opponent, or at least knock down most of those supply depots. So it does scare him off here. In the meantime, he is moving out. That's a lot of Hellbats he's got on the field here. 8 Hellbats moving out here, so they'll take care of the ground, but at the same time, they're going to get intercepted. No, don't know if he's seen that or not, as he did continue right on by them. Here we go, some more turrets probably drop down here as he does over. Oh no, now he's in trouble. Now he's going to have to start dropping Seekers. Point defense drones go down, so he's going to have to do something here, otherwise all these mutants are going to melt. A lot of these Ravens here. There's the Seeker missiles, you can see. Oh, big damage with them. Wow, so you can see how quickly they can melt a Muta army. Muta army is now down to 23. Could drop some more if he chooses to do so, but he is going to elect to drop some turrets at the same time here. Surprised we don't see more Seekers out of him. But either way there, the turrets will do just as good almost here. And he's going to drop some more turrets as much as he can get down on the ground here. Does have his spine car going down. The spine car is doing a little bit of damage, or at least best he can on the turrets. And there we go. Actually, whoa, melts most of them again, down to 7. Wow, they really kicked the crap out of them. Well, that didn't go overly well. Like I say, Mass Raven is a pretty sick build, and it's pretty tough to defend against. So here he goes. He's going to continue going to work here. Still has a couple of meters on the field, but at the same time, all those Ravens have run out of energy. So they'll have to get out of there. But the Ravens are the mutants are pretty much dead. Pretty much took out all the meters there. Dogs are going to work on the rest of the turrets as best they can here. And they do take out a few more. So very well done there. The mutant count is back up to 17. Our good old Raven count did go all the way down to 10. And still have the 8 Hellbats on the map. 8 Hellbats are kind of hanging out here. Haven't really done too much. But of course, he was microing over there with his good old Raven. So these mutants Hellbats I have to imagine go over here, try and take out this base. Should do a fairly good job. Only 1 mutant over there. 1 mutant's not going to do a lot of damage here. So there he goes. He's going to surround that. Hellbats can do a lot of damage. Take a look at the Hellbat upgrades here. We do have 2 for the armor, nothing for the weapon. And a little bit of trouble now. Dogs are coming over. 2 mutants on the field now over here. And there's another mutant coming over. And the big gang's going to come over here. They'll end up taking the rest of those Hellbats if they end up chasing them down there. But at the same time, he's sent the dogs in. Oh my goodness. PETA would be all over you, son. You are really massacring your own dogs. Do not attack planetaries with dogs. That is going to be your tip for the day right there. Do not do that. There's a bunch of dogs. They're all going to mass themselves over here. To have 42 dogs altogether. Going to get right underneath those 20 mutants. 86 now. Wilds are really heavy on the dogs. At the same time, he doesn't have much gas off now that he's put it all into his mutants. And he's ready to move out one more time here. See how he can do in the second attack. At the same time, we do have a couple command centers that are going to fly their way out there. And he's going to look at where he wants to engage this, or he's just going to hang out around this expansion for now. This expansion, of course, has no miners on it, so hasn't really been doing too much with it. Doesn't have much over here for miners on this one here. But he's doing his best he can. That's a lot of hatcheries to maintain at once and try and keep them up going with a lot of drones there. At the same time, you don't want to waste all your drone count because he is at 200 for food. So you really don't want to make sure that the drones aren't taking up too much of your food count. But at the same time there, I would recommend massacring a few of those dogs and maybe switching up to a better unit. But either way, he's going to elect to go this way one more time. There's a lot of turrets there, and that should be a lot to deal with for them. Especially with those mutants there. There's going to be great big trouble here. And here we go. They're going to go out of here all right into the planetary. Don't do it. Please get out of there. This is not going to go overly well for him. But at the same time, if he gets rid of the turrets, the mutants are going to wreak havoc on these. But at the same time, there's a lot of turrets in the back there. Wow, there's way more turrets than I thought. 4 more in the back, and they're just going to work on this. Of course, all the dogs will end up going down, which isn't too surprising. But they almost did take out one of the planetaries, so you will have to start repairing that there. There's 2 more turrets left. They're going to do the best they can to knock down as many mutants as they can. and he's trying to build a couple more. Does have the 2 left there, and he's in a perfect position. There we go. Ultras have hit the field as well. Ultras have full upgrades here, so Ultras are really going to go to work. This could be big trouble for his opponent, bringing in a lot of dogs to support him. At the same time, he's got 24 Ravens, so I bet imagine we're going to start seeing some secret missiles drop like crazy, as those little turrets aren't going to do too much against these Ultras, and that is a lot of turrets to go at these units here. But at the same time, he's basically gone off the mutas to go right into Ultras. Ultras are going to do as much damage as they can in this base. They're just going to melt through all these 6 million turrets he's got here, and the planetaries are going to do as much damage as they can. 2 double planetaries is going to be a lot of trouble for him here, I will say that. But at the same time, with full upgrades on your ultra list there, they're going to do a ton of damage and melt through this. So they quite easily take out the 2. I don't even think he lost 1 ultralist in that engagement here. As you can see, they just too much armor with that 5 armor. But at the same time, he's trying to counter. He's dropping turrets around here. He's going to send the Hellbats over to take out that expansion. He's going to move right out, which is probably the best move. Ultras are forced to fall back, or at least fall back to where the dogs are, to try and help him out here. And there we go. A ton more turrets going down here. So really sticking to the Raven heavy build. He's running out of energy, but at the same time, he's got all these ones with full energy, which amounts to about 13 altogether there. So he's going to head himself across the base. This is basically going to be crazy all over the map at this point here. There's the Ultras. They're going to elect to retreat out of there for some reason here. Didn't want to take on those turrets. At the same time, just turrets everywhere on the map here, and he's forcing himself right over towards the main. He's going to go with this one. This is probably a good one to take out, as it has a lot of miners on it. And that is a lot of turrets. You see, look at the green going down there. Wow, there's tons of turrets going down. Still has quite a bit of energy on most of his guys there, but at the same time, he's going to get countered here, and it's going to be all ground, and those turrets aren't going to do you a lot of good here. It really doesn't need to be wasting his time on these turrets over here. Should be trying to make himself over to one of the main bases there to try and at least take out some production buildings. Here's all the Ravens. They're going to sit back for a bit. Now he realizes he is trying to go through the main door, and they're really going to melt through this quite easily here. Does need those Widow Mines. Very, very good job getting the Widow Mines down, so hopefully those Widow Mines can do a little bit of damage for BattleToad here, as Brett is sitting right in range here now. Oh, and there's a couple more to get a shot off there, so very well done. They're going to go at this planetary best they can. They should be able to knock it down quite easily. He's not repairing it at all. So there we go. That planetary engine's going down. He's almost ready to move right into the main. At the same time, he's got turrets everywhere down his end of the map. These Ravens are here because he's trying to micromanage his way over here. So not really paying attention to these Ravens at the other end. And they end up cleaning up everything on that bottom army there. Very well done. So we'll clean that up quite easily. I can't picture BattleToad coming out of this, but at the same time, he's got a lot of re-engaging Widow Mines here, as they all get re-engaged. No Overseer to be seen, so they're going to replenish themselves one more time probably before he ends up getting up to this side. Is a very small choke point. Does get a few more up there. They're going to walk into a few more Widow Mines, but like I say, Ultralist, if any unit's going to suck up the damage, it's going to be Ultralist here, and they end up cleaning up everything at the front gate, but at the same time, at what cost? That is a lot. Don't let him recharge one more time. Could be very deadly, but gets enough through there. They should be able to clean this up. I can't picture him coming back, but look at me dropping turrets everywhere. Got turrets in the main over here, but nothing really killing the production buildings. At the same time, he's got this one fully mining. He's trying to wall it off best he can with spine crawlers here. Losing a lot of his production builds. Has to fly him out of there, and they're going to put this one on fire too, so we'll end up losing that. And they're going to go work on the supply depots. That's going to make a great big trouble for him once that happens. At the same time, Ravens have replenished with a lot of that energy. They're going to try moving out. I've taken out quite a few of the expansions, so very well done. Might turn into a bit of base race. We do have this one basically fully mined, or not fully mined, but fully guarded off here. That is a couple planetaries, a lot of turrets. And at the same time here, he needs to get over at these production buildings. Would probably be my recommendation, at least dropping turrets around there. Try and take out as many of these production buildings as you can, because that's really where you're going to stop your opponent. Now he's going to move out of this base here, so he's going to need to try and wall everything off up here as best he can. I hope those planetaries can do as much damage as they can. And there's the corruptors on the map as well. They're not going to like those turrets at all, so they'll end up maintaining control over there, as they cannot engage anywhere in against those turrets at all. So at the meantime, we do see that he finally did start dropping turrets left, right, and center down here. And this might be it for Zerg. Who knows? This could turn into a very heavy base race. Also, this caver's going to go down. So very well done there. Mainly Nest will be the next to go. Infestation Pit will also go down, and he's going to let you move in here, and he might be able to do all right if he gets through all those turrets and get those ultras surrounding those planetaries. Planetaries trying to do as much damage as they can. I just don't think it's enough. There's way too many ultras going at him here. Those ultras are just going to melt the rest of that, and that might be GG for a good man. BattleToad, Bread might have this game like white bread. Is that what I was going to say? No, the best thing since sliced bread. What I was going to say is Ultralist. So there you go. Ultras will melt away that army here. Let's have the 4 floating starports there, but they're going to have to fly off here. Corruptors will end up chasing them down. And I think that's going to end up being GG no matter how many Ravens you have on the map. But at the same time, he does still have... No, that's about it, actually. It might end up being BattleToad's game. It's going to be close. Does need to get those starports somewhat out of there, at least somewhere. I don't know whether or not the corruption is going to be enough. Does he have any turrets he can fly into? I do not think so. No, he has these widow mines though, so if he gets over to the widow mines, he might be all right. Because like I say, all he's got is these buildings here to take out, and that should basically be about it for his opponent here. Oh, but opponent does manage to drop down another hatchery and a couple extractors, so that might be the end, I do believe here, as I cannot picture BattleToad coming out of this. Looked like he might have had it, but doesn't look like it now. But at the same time, he is bringing the Ravens up there. If they could drop some Seekers down, he might be all right to get that starport back over those widow mines. Is his only chance, really. And they're trying to get over there. It's burning down. I don't know if he has... No, he does not have any SCVs to repair here. There's the Seekers. Oh, lots of damage done, but is it too little, too late at this point in time? Point defense drones are down as well. He's trying to take it out. It is very, very close. A burning down starport. And without the ability to have an SCV to repair it, I just can't picture him coming back. Ultralists are going to move out. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot. There's nothing on the ground at all. It's very interesting what's going to happen here. I'd have to imagine it's going to burn down though before he can end up taking out the hatchery that was planted up here. But we'll soon find out. It might be a little bit of an attempt for him. He's slowly going at it. We'll watch this baby burn down because this will be the last building for a good old Terran BattleToad. Although I did like the name, you gotta give him the GG. So my congrats will go out to my good man Bread. Good man BattleToad, my condolences to you. And I'll leave you with this. If it ain't flying like a bird, ain't quacking like a duck, you probably got the wrong shoes on. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.